StadiumDB.com presents World Stadiums Under Construction, December 2023. Hello! You may be thinking, World Constructions was a month ago. Yes, it was. However, we don't want you to wait as long as you have been waiting for our periodic video. Therefore, from now on, we invite you to this material every month. Today you will see 12 stadiums under construction, starting in England and ending uniquely not in Japan, but in Christchurch, New Zealand. The first stop is Anfield, capacity 61,000, completion date 2024, Liverpool. Anfield Road End, the redevelopment of which has been delayed due to construction partners, Buckingham Group going into administration, is due to open in January. This $102 million project will add an extra 7,000 seats to Anfield, bringing the total capacity to 61,000, with the main stand already revamped in 2016, adding 8,500 seats at a cost of $152 million. Anfield's capacity has grown by 34% in the past 7 years. Liverpool CEO Billy Hogan recently revealed discussions about improving transport to Anfield. These would apply to both match days and concert. Hogan emphasized the importance of easy access to transportation for a venue like Anfield. He highlighted the benefits of improved transport not only on match and concert days, but also for the wider community in Anfield throughout the week. Everton Stadium, capacity 52,888, completion date July 2024, Liverpool. More than 7,500 seats now adorn Everton Stadium as the transformation of the club's new waterfront home continues. The next tranche of blue seats are due to be installed soon, depending on weather conditions, with the ambition of having the entire upper tier ready by Christmas. Meanwhile, the lower tiers of the two main stands continue to take shape, with West Stand terracing now stretching as far as the halfway line, where the construction of the players' tunnel can be seen for the first time. Opposite in the East Stand, Phase 1 of the ground floor slab has been poured, in readiness for the rakers and concrete terracing units to follow, along with the second slab at a later date. Installation of the big screen is ongoing in the North Stand roof, where 1,250 LED panels are slotted together to form the giant display. A second screen will be installed to the face of the South Stand roof. Estadio Santiago Bernabeu, capacity 84,744, completion date January 2024, Madrid. Estadio Santiago Bernabeu is almost ready. In the coming weeks, we will see how the 360-video scoreboard is finished, to which screens will begin to be uploaded in the corners soon, with the goal of having it finished in January. Also, during the months of December-January, the new official Real Madrid megastore will be completed on the east side. The store will double the size of the official store that was in the old Padre Damian multipurpose building. December will see the completion of the banner of the access doors, incorporating black magic glass in the sections of the facade ribs, giving the image of continuity that has been seen in the infographics. For the first time since Santiago Bernabeu underwent major renovation work, it will be full. Ahead of their clash with Italian Napoli, all tickets have been sold for the match a week in advance. Los Blancos must go back to 2019 for the last time they sold out the Bernabéu, for a Champions League group game against Paris Saint-Germain. Spotify Camp Nou, capacity 105,053, completion date 2026, Barcelona. The transformation of Camp Nou is proceeding well, with two key dates: November 2024 for FC Barcelona to play in the stadium with 66% project completion, and June 2026 for the project's expected completion. Limak Construction, the Turkish company overseeing the construction, is not only meeting deadlines but also exceeding them. The demolition of the third tier was completed a month earlier than planned, and other minor tasks finished in October. The new Camp Nou will no longer feature a 360-degree video scoreboard, a decision explained by the club's vice president and spokesperson Elena Fort. She cited concerns about the scoreboard distracting fans and lacking sufficient economic return. However, a deep investigation revealed numerous irregularities in the working conditions of laborers at the site. Workers reported feeling like slaves due to long hours and poor pay, with some even sleeping on the streets. Stade de la Meinau, capacity 32,000, completion date July 2026, Strasbourg. The €160 million project aims to upgrade and expand the stadium to 32,000 seats. Racing club the Strasbourg, currently owned by US group Blueco, is enthusiastic about the project, which aims to create the stadium of tomorrow with the atmosphere of today, according to club president Mark Keller. Košická Futbalová Aréna, capacity 12,658, completion date spring 2024, Košice. Construction of the missing stand behind the goals, including the corners, began on the 17th of April 2023. With the completion of this phase, the stadium construction will be fully realized. There are still plans to build a football academy, which would be built around the facility and include 4 full-size training pitches. The stadium is expected to be one of the arenas for the European Under-21 Championships, which will be held in Slovakia in 2025. Before we move on, please subscribe to our channel and click on the bell to stay tuned for more interesting material. Varna Stadium, capacity 22,000, completion date who knows? Varna. The history of Varna's planned new football stadium dates back to 2006, when an impressive concept for 30,000 capacity facility similar to the one in Cologne was presented. Of course, there is still a lot of work to be done before the stadium is fully completed, but a clearer picture of its outline is already starting to emerge. A 3-story underground car park for 1,500 cars is also planned. Ankara Stadyumu, capacity 45,000, completion date 2025, Ankara. Construction of the new stadium only started 4 years after the demolition of the old Ankara 19 Mayıs Stadium. The contract was signed on the 13th of June 2022 with an initial capacity of 55,000 spectators. The concept has since been changed slightly, reducing the capacity to 45,000 spectators. Stade Prince Moulay Abdellah, capacity 69,500, completion date 2025, Rabat. Workers started with raising the current facility, but now the demolition of the sports complex in Rabat has already been completed. It was completely ruined to make room for a new venue that meets international standards for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations to be held in Morocco and the 2030 World Cup, which Morocco will host together with Spain and Portugal. However, the first games of this tournament will be played in South America. Stadium Batouta, capacity 88,000, completion date 2025, Tanger. Work was lately focused on removing the athletics track in order to install stands there and increase the capacity of the stadium from 65,000 to 80,000 seats. Now the athletics track is removed and the workers are ready to reach subsequent goals. Between 2020 and 2023, the stands on the arches were extended to equal the height of those along the pitch. Yellow River Sports Center Stadium, capacity 61,000, completion date early 2025, Jinan. Construction of the arena began in the second half of 2022, with the facility expected to be ready by the end of 2024 and opening in the early months of 2025. It is safe to expect the completion of the arena to be slightly late. Cranes are constantly at work on the complex, with work including the future roof. Kaha, capacity 30,000, completion date April 2026, Christchurch. In July 2022, the City Council voted to increase the investment budgets so that the work could continue. It also agreed to postpone the deadline for the stadium's commissioning. Originally, the facility was to be ready by the end of 2024. Discussions are currently still taking place about the viability of the stadium. As we are in beautiful New Zealand, it is good time for each of us to go, or perhaps sail, our own way. Follow us for more content though. See you there!